Hey, hey, ladies.
Hey.
I
she
tried to pretend
thought
like I was frozen. All
she
right.
thought it was gonna come in
Yeah.
easy.
See, yup. See, I was ready for you today. The other time,
I
most of
had
the time,
my
I come on here looking crazy.
I had my game face on. I had my game
Yeah.
face
Most
on.
of the time, I'll be looking crazy. So I was ready for y'all today because y'all was playing. Hi, ladies.
Hello,
Hello.
Linda,
Yay.
Shauna.
Shauna. So
What's
good
going
to
on,
see
ladies?
you. What's
Man.
going on, ladies? Wow, look at this. Our power season continues. I think we're almost halfway through, right?
Mm-hmm.
The power season. So this is episode 56. And guess what we're talking about today? The power of your words. Woo.
I'm getting into that real right
Yeah,
now.
that's a mouthful right there, and some words and some other things. But yes, the power of your words, heartbeats, ladies and gentlemen,
Mm-hmm.
peoples, folks, all the things.
Yes, and from a lot of y'all should not be new. Like you've heard this before, whether you believed it or not. You probably heard other people talk about,
Mhm.
watch your words, be careful what you say.
Mhm.
There's power in your words. But yeah.
Yeah, I like what Shauna said at the live tour a few weeks ago. Yes, give it up for Cleveland. Yes, that was really loud.
Yeah.
I say a lot of things. What did I say?
You did. You said we have to watch what we say to ourselves, what we put in our ears, what comes out our
Mm.
mouth. I remember that specifically just
Shauna's like,
from
I don't remember
moments.
nothing. It was a
Yeah, I
blur.
know. It was a blur at first. Jeanette had to save us for those of you who were there. By now, if you've seen this, if you've seen the video from the live show, if you're in that group of folks that got it, yeah, you probably Jeanette had to save us. So
I ain't gonna say
it was
save.
good.
I just, I kicked some things off for us. That's
Yes, it was
all.
awesome. Like I was like frozen like Elsa.
Y'all
But
just kept throwing me under the bus. Like every time I said something and kicked it to y'all, it was like, yeah, Jeanette, so you want to talk about that? I'm like, no, I
yeah,
literally just said your
I
name.
was I was I was full
Actually
on
gave her
Elsa.
video.
I could have sang Frozen up there. That's how I was
Yeah,
frozen.
we frozen it.
It was fun though. It was
And
good. It
the
was good.
all the time.
That was real. That was real. It's just like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was real. It's like, okay, I've
It was
frozen
a
given
different type of
people.
energy, actually, like having an audience
Mhm.
watching podcast
Yes.
versus
Yeah.
someone watching your video versus when we did the YouTube party last year.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
was the first experience, and it was very humbling. It was very
Yeah.
humbling.
It
It was.
was. Yeah. For me, like initially, I was just like, oh, okay, we cool. It's our people. But then was that first like interaction of like applause? I was like, oh, this is a live audience.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
All
know.
right. I'm back, but I see y'all. I got
Yeah,
that's
it
what we
was,
doing.
and they were looking at us. I'm like, they're
I
looking
know.
at
It's like, and like the anticipation, what they're gonna say, like, oh, y'all really want to hear what
us.
we got to say?
Yes, that
God,
was
God bless and good night. No, just like
pretty much, pretty much. Yeah, it was surreal in a way, just having them just look at us and the interactions and
yeah.
their words. Speaking of the power of words, I mean, a lot of our heartbeats who attended, they shared their stories. They spoke
Mm-hmm.
from the heart during the show and after.
That was really powerful. I know we went off on a tangent, but just real quick, we want to talk about this because if you didn't see it, then I highly recommend that you join our membership group because they have access to the recording from the live show. But yes, just them openly sharing and being vulnerable and just allowing us and our audience to have a peek into their life and the things that they're struggling with, um, or the things that they've accomplished and and then just their words of affirmation, for us and affirming us. And, that was powerful for me, was just the way they affirmed us and loved on us and supported us. So
And leaning into us to hear our words in
mhm.
return. Like it was like, wow, like they really want to know what we have to say. And they were hanging on our thoughts.
Mhm.
And which
Yeah.
leads us to your power of your words. Not only do we have to be careful with the words that we use with ourselves, we have to make sure we're careful with the words that we deliver to others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because words have power, words have an energy behind it. There's intentions behind every single thing that we say. Anything that we put out there, we are moving an energetic field that is coming back to us in in ways that we can't even envision or imagine.
Mhm.
And I know that I'm sure that our heartbeats can attest to this. Like you said something and then you try to take it back, and then all of a sudden that may have happened, or, you know, maybe it's something you didn't want to happen, or maybe it's something you want it to happen.
Yeah.
So I think just really being mindful of the word choice, and I'm getting to the point where it's not only just a word choice for me, it's how I'm delivering it to myself now.
Oh yeah, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Right.
Because you can tell yourself like, okay, I feel, I just had this conversation with a friend today, and she was talking about the first time somebody asked her if she was happy. And she was like, yeah, I am. And it's like, but do you really believe that? And so sometimes you can say stuff, but you don't even believe it. And you can tell in the way that you say it.
Yeah.
And so there's no power in that, right? So there's no power if you're just saying words, but they don't mean nothing to you and you don't believe them.
And that takes work too. You have to believe in yourself. So, I mean, you practicing that, speaking kindly to who you are, to yourself, and just, I mean, even going back to the tour for a second, I mean, the folks who attended were asking us questions that were like, wow, I really got to think about this. Like, what did you want to be when you grew up? Did you have self-doubt about what you wanted to achieve? Why did you take a detour? Why did you pause and connect and go a different way? I just really, in delivering the answers, I really had to think about, this was my truth. And just them speaking to us, I mean, it was just amazing, I think. And then just this whole season, the power of ... right? Fill in the blank in some way, but you could take each of those things and those experiences, especially the ones that we've experienced over the last year and a half, and really draw out the power of something, the power of blank, and see how it applies to your life.
Yeah. It all goes back to that first episode of the season, Owning Your Power.
Yes. I think that was a perfect kickoff for this season.
Man,
oh my goodness. I'm like, Owning Your Power part 57. I almost want to do like Owning Your Power for every season, because it really is, and it looks different. I mean, look at us year over year. We're episode 56 in. So think about the introductory episodes 1 and 2, for example, and now like owning where we are. There's power in that. Even now, 56
all of those words, right? And not just the words, but the action behind those words. How we have uplifted each other, how we have supported each other, how we have decided to make active changes in our lives. Everything's that it always goes back to your truth. It always goes back to your word. And I was just writing down like reflective work, what you were saying, Linda. Like I did almost a whole year of a reflection series that Jeanette reminded me of, that is really a big, huge deal. And I'm proud of myself that I showed up for the whole 2021 with Monday mantras, Wednesday question, and post a video looking in the mirror, answering the question myself on Fridays and posting it on social media. And this year of doing that reflection work, like putting myself out there like that, has changed my life. And between that and the Heart of Chat, I feel like I've just gotten closer and closer and closer to my truth, to my inner self, and using those truth and using those words to carry myself out for the intentional life that I want to live.
Yeah, 100%. And it's the consistency of it, right? Like that, I know for me, the Heart of Chat is the most consistent I've ever shown up for anything. Like outside of being a mom, and I fall short there too, right? Because sometimes I'm like, y'all put yourself to bed. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. Y'all figure it out.
Kobe, change your diaper, Kobe.
Like once they was able to go fix their own cereal, I was like, oh, y'all good. Y'all can fix juice, cereal, water, whatever. But the Heart of Chat is really the most consistent I ever shown up for myself in a project ever.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? And so just thinking about that. And so for Shauna, I know with the reflection series, like the power of consistently showing up for yourself. And then when you think about everything that you went through in 2021, but you still pushed through and showed up every single week to use your voice to show up for other people and for yourself as well. Like it's yeah.
Yep. Using your voice, you're leading by example. You know how we show up. I mean, people have reached out to us and said, they speak differently, maybe to themselves, maybe to other people.
Mhm.
And I think I go back to a few episodes ago, The Power of Joy. And, maybe you come up against a situation where, maybe I should say that, or maybe I shouldn't, but maybe it's how they approach the situation.
Mhm.
What are they using as far as the words? What are they saying to themselves about it? Maybe it's taking a pause and, kicking back a minute, like, okay, you know what? I really want to say this. I need to get my point across, but there is a way to say it in such a way that you still do that, but also not, I call it like injuring yourself, like beating yourself up, because it's just words are very powerful. I mean, what people say to you when you're a kid, oh, you're too tall, you're too this, you're too that. I think about that. I was like the tallest person back in the day, now it's like I'm short compared to some of these folks out here now, but yeah, it's just
and
like
women wear 5-inch stilettos trying to get your
yes,
height.
boy, I knew you could never catch doing that back in the day. Like, no, that was not. I was taller than all the girls and the boys combined. And so, but yeah, with those words that people say, that it stays with you, and the way we speak to ourselves, our children, our spouses, our boyfriends, whatever. I mean, it's it definitely takes shape in our lives.
Yeah.
Going back to being kind to yourself, like you were saying earlier, Linda, most of the heartbeats know about my injury with my leg. And I ended up having to like speak power to my leg to just, when I couldn't walk, all I could do was just tell myself, you're going to walk again. You're going to be fine. I will massage my leg. I will rub my leg, take all the medications, do all of the things. Had to learn how to walk step by step. Painful. Can I tell you how painful it is just to be able to lift out of the wheelchair to stand?
Now you take for granted how easy it is to do things for you. Like, you know what I mean?
And I used empowering words to tell my body, you're going to get back. You're going to come back. You're going to be stronger than before. And I really believe, aside from the 2 leg surgeries, the therapy, prayer, and meditation, talking to myself and telling myself, because the doctors literally told me they didn't think I would be able to walk again. And I just couldn't accept that.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care if it's not going to be 100%. But this sister is getting up.
Yeah.
That's right.
Too much work to do. And just the power of believing in my words and believing that I will be able to walk again. And which is why anytime I can dance, if you ever see me dancing on a video or doing any kind of bop, 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 trust and believe I am taking myself back to, wow, there was a time where I couldn't walk. So like I really talked myself into getting back to life. It's not perfect. It still hurts, but I don't care. I can still step, y'all.
You were stepping at that tour.
I had on heartbeats. I had on these beautiful glitter boots, a shoe that I would never wear in my life. Wore them because of my situation. I'm like, wow, I can actually stand in these shoes, even though it's not my style, even though it's not my flavor, but I love that they were glitter and I love, the color and everything. And they looked really pop with the purple jacket. For me, it was, I'm going to take advantage and I'm going to wear these because I remember a day where I couldn't even put on shoes, because my feet were swollen with the leg and all the things. So I'm going to be doing a lot more courageous things like that.
Yeah.
Because I cannot like forget how hard and difficult that was to not be able to walk for a year.
Yeah. So, and I shared with you recently about how when you I know I messaged you and I poke fun at you, just being facetious, just because it's easy for me to do that.
I'm easy.
But but I say that to say that just because I do that, it doesn't mean that I'm not taking note of what you're doing and it's not having an impact on me. It's just because sometimes when things are real, it's easy for me to make light of it because I don't want to face how real it is and how like powerful something might be. But I shared with you on Marco Polo how, because one day you were on Marco Polo and you was brushing your hair and you were talking to us. And she just started talking about how much talking to her hair. I don't know. I can't remember what you said.
I do hair talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
The same way she talked to her knee. I love you. You're growing. You're beautiful. You're strong. You're this. You're luxurious. And like a little kid sometimes that I am. I giggled, but I was in my closet getting dressed like the next day. And I have my mirror on the floor, and like it's a stand-up mirror, but I have it just like leaned up against the wall. So the way how close I was to it, I can only see myself from like the neck down, which is good because I don't really care to look at myself in the mirror sometimes. But unfortunately, at the time in my mind, I could see my belly and the fact that it's jiggling because I had babies. I had 4 babies, And I was putting lotion on. I was rubbing lotion on my belly as I do all the time. And I told Shauna, I was talking to my stomach. Like, I was like, I'm just going to thank her today. Like, maybe she'll, like in my mind, I'm like, maybe if I'm nice to her, she'll, tighten up.
There you go. I love that. Yeah.
And I was like, I thanked her for carrying my babies, for supporting them, for, just doing all the things that she's done to bring my children into this world safely. And I apologize to her for thinking that she should look a certain way because she worked hard. Like, it's like somebody come in like, what you tired for? Right, that's all. Like, what you tired for?
Right.
And she looking at me like, I didn't carry 4 of these heavy behind babies here. Are you kidding me? And 3 of them pretty close together. So, I say that to say that it's power, like we said, it's power in your words and how you speak to yourself and the transformation that can happen, but it's also power in your words when you use your voice and the people that you can impact. And we talk about that in the show. We talked about, using our voice and when people see people that look like them doing the work, of course it's going to impact them. It might not be right away, but it might take some time, but they're like, oh, well, I mean, if they can do it, I can do it.
Right. Yeah.
That's not a bad thing for somebody to think, oh, well, if she can do that, I can do it too. I want you to think that way. I want you to also feel empowered to go out there and use your own voice and to help somebody that needs to hear, even if it's the same message, but from you, because you have different life experiences and you're going to be able to relate to people differently. So use your voice, one, to speak over yourself, but also to speak to other people.
Spreading the love.
That's right.
Spreading the love is spreading your gifts, your talents. The 3 of us have had an amazing, unexpected opportunities this year to speak. All 3 of us.
Crazy.
I know.
All 3 of us.
Crazy.
From speaking to the youth, to inner child work, facilitation, to Linda supporting her book publishing company and others. We all were placed in a lot of situations this year where the universe was like, you got to use your voice. And it's like, imagine if we haven't been using it for ourselves or kind to ourselves. Like, how are we going to lead other people or help other people if we're not doing the work for ourselves? So I'm really proud of the 3 of us. And I know that eventually, besides touring as the Heart of Chat, we are going to be asked to speak all over the world as a unit.
Yep. That's right. I mean, this is great practice, but we're also practicing what we preach too.
Yeah.
In that. And I think that's important. I mean, we're doing this work right alongside you guys, and some of the days it's like, ooh, I should have said that. But yeah, going back to Jeanette's comment, I'm going to speak to my stomach. I need this to get flat. I need to get flat.
Girl,
right?
I was lotioning her up, talking to her like, come on,
away.
baby. We got to get,
this is me. I'd be like, do you want ice cream?
Lily got a whole another speech.
I got a whole nother speech going on. I was like, yes,
Yeah.
mint chocolate chip ice cream. For those out there, that's like my favorite ice cream, by the way. So yeah, speaking to my stomach about the mint chocolate chip.
That is hilarious, first of all. Of course. But
yeah, of course I was thinking about this as you were speaking. I'm like,
And we talked about mirror talk. That is a really great way, to get started with using words to empower yourself and to get you motivated.
Yeah.
Ooh, to get you motivated.
Ooh,
it's
I'm still working on that. I'm still working on mirror talk. I'm not there yet.
I love it. The other night, I was on Marco Polo with my girls the other night, y'all, the Heart of Chat the other night. And I literally this is my office chair. I had my office chair in my bathroom sitting in front of the mirror. And I'm talking to my ladies. They're talking back to me. We going back and forth. And I said, y'all know what I'm doing right now. And I think it might have been last night or the night before. I know it was nighttime.
It was last night because you
was last night, girl.
I had nighttime routine. I went to bed early and I flipped my camera around. I said, look where I'm at. Look what I'm doing. Yeah, that mirror talk. I'm powered up before I go to bed. Gonna make sure I pour into me and blah, blah, blah.
Oh my goodness.
I love it. And that's why, I've told you this on other episodes, like that's why I appreciate that you are unapologetically yourself 100%.
Yes.
Whether it's bringing the childlike out of you or the fiery Latina out of you. Like whatever it is, like I love that because it gives, me and I'm sure other people the courage to be themselves as well.
Thank you.
Yes, for sure. The inner child whisperer. Yes, for a reason. And you say that
she pulled out that mirror. Of course, she got. Have y'all seen that mirror that Shauna pulls out with the bird on the back?
Yes, the bird.
I was like, where did you get this mirror from?
It's like a tropical mirror.
Yeah.
It ain't your regular, ain't your little Dollar Tree, plastic,
little flip up joint.
Yeah, it ain't one of them. She got a real life.
Yeah, that thing is legit.
You take that thing. I was like, she outside. I'm like, okay, she outside. She ain't gonna have that mirror. She put that mirror right out her back pocket. Like,
right out my back. You don't remember coming up? Yeah, I used to have your comb in your back. You used to have
I had a comb. I would never look in the mirror.
Mirror in your back pocket.
I didn't have a mirror in my back pocket.
I had my comb because I had that asymmetric, so I had to make sure that joint was laid.
Oh, okay. So
I see some of the pictures.
Okay,
I do have a picture. Oh Lord. That's right. Evidence. I'm looking at it. It's right there. Yes, Maddie showed you when you were here, Shauna.
And there too. Yep, I seen
it. Yeah. Jeanette is like, really? How did we get there? I'm speaking life.
Because I had that one where it was cut short, like at the top, and then the back was long.
Yeah, that's me. I have that same photo. Oh my gosh.
I love that hair. I did one side short, one side long.
Yes.
I dyed my hair only one time. And the reason being is because my hair don't like dye. My hair didn't either. So I did one side blonde, one side was black. And I didn't do that anymore because there was a lot of damage going on behind.
I did that blonde one time. I was in the bathroom crying, washing my hair, watching this stuff. Just
it does shed a lot. It does shed.
That early.
Yeah, I'd be still trying it though.
I was one and done with the dye, y'all. One and done.
Now, so the bleach. I'll say I was done with the bleach. So that was they bleached it to get it super blonde. But I used to black dye my hair all the time.
Blue black was pretty.
That was pretty back in the day.
I used to always hit up that blue black. Like this is my natural hair color. Now, can you imagine me dyeing it?
No.
Blue black.
Girl, that'd be cute.
So,
that blue black is cute though.
Linda, I'm ready for my gray to come in though.
Did you have a salt and pepper earrings with that hair?
I did. Yeah. I had the kissing dolphins. I had the dolphins that were kissing. I went to Georgetown, DC, to get them. And we had the big earrings. We used to smush them like the gold. I had the gold chain. I had everything.
I had
the door knockers. I had everything with my initial on it. The earrings, the rings.
Name on my earrings, nameplate.
I want a name change for my
listen, I still walk around with my name on me sometimes.
Go ahead, girl.
All my stuff got stolen. Our house got broken into.
Literally. I'm laughing because happened to my other. That happened to my.
That to my cousin.
They literally, we went to Fayetteville, North Carolina to visit my uncle at the time. And the last time I went, I had forgot something. So I was like, I'm gonna leave all my stuff at home.
I'm sorry, Jeanette.
What you do?
I'm laughing because she's laughing. Who's laughing?
No.
Who's laughing? I did
Shauna,
something.
Tell on
I
her.
know.
Tell on her, Shauna.
What happened, Linda?
No, you said you went to Fayetteville. I was like, whoop. All right, I'll be
Okay, Michelle.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Jeanette.
No, I'm done. And this will conclude the episode 56. The power of your words.
No, the power of your words. I was like, ooh, that's a powerful word in this scenario. Okay.
Oh, God.
What happened? We back.
We back.
I was just talking about our house got robbed. That was all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I left all my jewelry at home. We went to Fayetteville to visit my uncle. And when I came back, I was like, oh, they ain't getting that out of my room. And I went back in there. I was like, oh no, they took the whole jewelry box. They just picked the whole jewelry box up.
Wow. I don't understand why people want to steal a nameplate.
Right. It's not your name.
You gonna sell it to Shauna down the street? Like, what the hell?
Does she spell it with an AU?
Your name, Shauna. Your name, Shauna.
Right, because most Shaunas I know spell with a W.
Yes, me too. Yeah, me too.
My name is spelling is Irish, right, mommy? Mommy is Irish. Yeah, my name is Irish.
Miss Nancy, we know you listening.
Irish.
That's right, Miss Nancy.
When I was growing up, there was virtually nobody. I could not run into any soul that would spell the name, just spelled it the same way. But today it's very popular that they're doing the AU now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Other than you, I really don't have anybody in my life.
I don't know.
Like that.
Right. Everybody's a W.
Shauna.
Shauna.
Shauna. And the Spanish people, they have we talked about this with Island Beats and
the little squiggly
CH. Remember this is one of the set in the alphabets. So when they say my name, like my cousins and stuff in Puerto Rico, it's Chana. I'm like,
Chana.
Chana.
Right.
Chana. And actually my mom is over here saying you're still not pronouncing your name right. It's really Shauna.
Oh, Shauna.
Nobody says it like that.
Shauna.
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 But we know how Uncle Cedric say it.
Shauna.
That's the best way to say it.
Shout out to Uncle Cedric if you're listening. Uncle Cedric, love you. Thank you very much. Wow, Uncle Cedric providing content of the power of his words. Look at that. Just to bring Jeanette is like, what?
Bringing that back. You tried it. You really tried to bring that back. We're gonna take. I'm gonna let you live on that one, but you tried.
Thank you. I'm connecting dots from Texas. Okay, okay, yeah, we're gonna bring this back.
Bring it back.
So real quick, while they try to bring it back. I mentioned this lightly at the beginning of the episode, but our membership for the Heart Attack Collective is open. We opened it on November the 1st. You can go to our website and go to our membership page and join and sign up. There's so many things that you get with the membership, aside from just being able to connect with us more live, access to bonus episodes. We've been doing right at the end of Insecure season 5, every episode we've been going live in our group every night, every Sunday evening, talking about the episode.
Pajamas sometimes.
Yeah, pajamas and headscarves. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you get the real raw. Yeah, you might be getting the Heart Attack after dark for sure.
Yes.
And so many more bonuses and extras and just things and space for us to love on you. We have some live events that we do weekly and quarterly, so just check us out, and we would love to have you be a part of our community over there.
Yes, amazing. Yes, please join us, and we love the heartbeats who are already in with us. We hope you're loving us too, and thank you for being here. We love you guys. It's been so much fun.
Yes. So are y'all ready? Y'all back? The power of the
yeah, sure. Yep.
She said, sure. So we talked about speaking kindly to yourself and what we say and how we say things to ourselves, and then also using our voice for good. Is there anything else or any other points about the power of your words that you want to share with the audience?
I really like Shauna. I mean, if you have to work up to that though, practicing in the mirror, or we're on our phones a lot. Maybe practice
Not hard.
via your cell phone. It's baby steps for a lot of us. So, record a video. Like I used to not like to hear my voice, and I still get kind of funny about that, but just recording myself doing this podcast has helped with some of that. And even I get squeamish when looking at the YouTube videos and such, but practice, it could be a 1 to 2 minute voice clip, or then you graduate to, okay, maybe I'll record a video of me speaking to myself or smiling at myself or something. Just take the step.
Yeah. There's a young lady I follow. Sorry, Shauna.
Okay.
Y'all can't hear her, but Shauna was moving her hand. She was really saying some stuff without speaking yet. No, just to show Linda's point real quick, there's a young lady I follow called Golden Light, and she has some affirmation decks and different products, but she does a lot of journal prompts, but she does like audio. And so she encourages you to record your journal entry instead of writing it, and go back and then listen. So like one day you record it, and then the next day you go back and listen, and then you like write your thoughts about what you said and how you felt about like what came out of that. So this is a really powerful way to, get in tune with yourself and like hearing your voice and stuff in your own words. And sometimes you don't hear how you sound, or like, you think that you sound good and you're upbeat, and then you really go back and listen and you're like, oh, I sound like I was really going through it,
I like that. I like that idea. As soon as you said it, and I'm familiar with her platform. When you said that, the first thing that came to my mind was like, wow, listening to my own voice do it. You talk about piercing your soul, like going straight to it. Yeah. That's not somebody else's voice. That's your voice. So like really getting deep and down. That's a really fast and the furious way to do it.
Yeah.
It is.
What was you going to say, Shauna? I'm sorry. I hope you remember.
I was going to say, I was on the same lines with you as far as if reflection work or looking and empowering yourself that way is a little challenging to, you can get affirmation cards, to read, or again, to whatever feels not so intimidating to you, whatever feels good to you. I feel like that's the way you need to do it. Just stay as positive as you can. And if you have a hard time saying nice things to yourself, try to find somebody that will say nice things to you. Ask somebody, to work with you on this journey. This journey is not meant to be done alone.
Right.
I'm sorry, y'all. This way too hard of work to be your best, to be the best humans we can be, to be the best to each other. It's nothing like having a tribe.
Yeah.
Because when you fall and you got somebody that's going to be able to pick you up, and then when they down, you got somebody to pick you up and pour into each other. And what, like Jeanette always says, love on each other. That's so important.
Yeah, it just lifts you up too. And I think we can link a couple of previous episodes where we talk about that, just connection, the power of connections a few weeks ago. Yeah. I mean, that's another one that is, the power packed with how you connect with others, how you show up. And sometimes we fall short, but then maybe that person is the building block to get you like, oh, it's like water on a plant. Like, oh, now you're leaning over here, but then Jeanette comes along or Shauna comes along and you pour and you're like, oh, I'm good now, you know?
Some sensitive behind peace lilies.
Right.
I'm looking at mine now, pressed.
Dramatic.
Yes.
And the grace part of it all, I know that for the three of us, if we've had an off day or an off time, we are
just preach. Go ahead.
We are having that safe space, knowing that you're not going to be judged because, hey, you felt like cussing somebody out today, even though you know what's wrong.
Right.
And you need your pride that,
talking about me. It's okay.
Y'all here wilding.
I didn't say any names. I go through a lot on Marco Polo. Y'all know I do. I have so many. Yeah, I
we all have our moments. I don't think I ever heard Linda just drop some F-bombs. I know me and Shauna be dropping them like.
I'll be cracking up, I'm taking notes. I'll be like,
I could just imagine Linda's face listening to us, like,
yeah.
Especially if I'm driving and recording Marco Polo and I just get sidetracked by some dumbness.
I go grab the popcorn. Remember the old popcorn you used to do over the stove like this, the little popper joint?
I think like Linda's like the piece of the puzzle of the three of us that's not that she doesn't go through, because honey, we got to check on our strong friends, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We know when she goes through. She just has a different way of handling things. I think
so much more graceful.
You and I, yeah, you and I, we. That's why I say you and I. I'm telling you, we are.
You and I. Do.
Yeah. Definitely.
I love looking in the mirror at you. Hope you love looking at the mirror at me.
I do. And Linda's just a reminder of one day I want to be that graceful about stuff.
You get that from her grandma.
I believe it.
My granny. Oh, granny.
I believe it.
My goodness.
And one of the things I was going to say is because you talked about like, we're not perfect, right? We're going to slip up. We're going to say stuff. We're going to say words that aren't really strong and encouraging. But in those moments, it's okay to correct yourself. It's okay to say, you know what? No, that is not. Shauna's done it. No, that is not how I'm feeling. We're not going to. We're going to do that again. So what I wanted to say was, but it's okay to correct yourself because just acknowledging it initially, right? Because a lot of times we just be talking and saying stuff. We're going to be realizing how we sound and what we're doing to ourselves. But like if you can recognize it and then you can correct it and correct yourself, then that's the first step to like, changing the way you talk to yourself.
That's true. And we don't have to be prophetic all the time. It's like, I feel like being prophetic. I want to sit on the couch and watch Law and Order.
Hell no, we ain't gotta be prophetic. Man, I literally text y'all the other day and I was like, I need help. Linda was like, oh no, what's going on?
I was sitting at my desk at work because I couldn't get on the phone. I was
like, my attitude is trash.
Shauna, you laughing at me? I was at my computer like this, and I was like,
we stopped everything. It was like, stop.
I'm like, what happened? I'm like, what happened?
It's trash right now. We must come to the rescue.
I'd be in a bubble sometimes when I'd be working. I turn around so fast.
I was like, somebody told me a Snickers.
Loved her out of that mess.
Let me tell you.
That's right.
Like, I told the person that I was with at the time when that was happening. Well, one of the two people, I told her, I said, I feel like the guy in the Snickers commercial. I need you to go find me a Snickers because I'm not myself right now.
That is hilarious.
That's who I am when I need to eat.
Oh, okay. I'm horrible.
Yeah, my husband used to be like, okay, hold on, let me get some food into you because this other person that's coming out. Yeah.
I have to eat too.
Don't let it be two of you. Me and Yvonne, it was so funny. It was a long, hot day of, that orientation day of college. And we was walking around this campus in the middle of August and it was hot as I don't know what, and we was hungry. And so by the end of it, me and Yvonne, and then we both realized it at the same time because we both get hangry. And we was like, you know what? We're not going to talk to each other until we get to the car. We're not going to say nothing else. We're going to go to the car. And then when we go to a restaurant and we're going to eat, and that's what we're going to do. And so we just got in the car. We both got quiet. We went through the drive-through and parked in the parking lot and ate. And then we both was like,
wonderful.
Man, do you want to talk about? Yeah, let's talk about this because
that's the best.
I was hungry. So was I.
Instead of giving yourself horrible words.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to get silent. The power of silence.
Yeah.
Did we do that episode? The power?
No, not yet, but it's on the list now.
Yeah.
Not yet. Oh, wait a minute. Let me add that.
Sometimes you just need to shut up.
I'm saying basically, let me say this right now. Episode.
What you learned from you, Jeanette? I've been taking your words when you say what we're not going to do. Sometimes you may not know what to do, but you may know what not to do.
Yeah.
And I like when you say that. So lately I've been using that whenever my inner critic tries to come. I've been telling her, oh no,
What we're not gonna do.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna figure something else out, but that is not it.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that.
And then take a page from Linda. I'm gonna pin this over here, but what we're not gonna do over here.
We got the power of silence in the rotation.
All right.
It's in the rotation.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me tell you. So yeah, it's power in your words, it's power in using your voice and
Mhm.
speaking your truth. It's power, and like Shauna had said earlier, I think we brushed over it quickly, but the stuff Linda brought it up, what Shauna said at our show, what you put in your ears and what you hear, what you're listening, what you're feeding yourself. You know,
You're pouring that into you. What is it?
That's right.
Then we wonder why we're so twisted.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I can't see, no clarity. So we're caught up on.
That's a form of meditation, right? So even if you're constantly saying negative things to yourself, it's a form of meditation, and you're speaking life into that thing.
Negative self-talk.
That's right. That's right.
The real thing.
That is not what you want for your life.
That's right.
I'm telling you.
No bueno, baby.
Not at all.
Any last bits of advice for our audience before because I'm sure this is a topic we can definitely talk about for
yes,
for over an hour.
Great. This is great. Yeah. Power of your words, heartbeats, ladies and gentlemen.
Many examples, positive, negative. One piece of advice I would say, if you're struggling for the words to say about yourself or finding something good to say about yourself, and I'm talking about, finding a tribe, use this in some other scenarios too. Text a couple of your really close friends and just ask them. And then maybe like a random person that you're like cool with, talk all the time to see what people think about you, and just say, hey, if you had one word to say about me, what would it be? You'll be amazed at the words that people send back to you. And then you can start using those words to pour into yourself and believe in those things about yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Love it.
Real talk.
Yes. Yes. Well, thank you, ladies. This was great. I know we went off on a couple of tangents, but it all goes back.
That's what y'all love about us. We know y'all love that.
We did. Yeah, they love it. Yes, they do. And speaking of loving it, so Shauna, where can everyone find us and connect with us?
You can find the Heart of Chat on every platform across the world. Come back next week and every week, ladies and gentlemen, because it's going to be fuego, baby. Come back
and bring a friend.
Yes, we love it. Thank you, ladies. This was great. Bye.
Bye.